Daster131 here. I'm gonna be making a VR chat video. Complaining about one of the major things I don't like is the moderation. I've complained about this before, but moderation sucks on VR chat, alright? I know what you guys may be wondering. It's the internet, so it will also suck anywhere. But I'm gonna be talking specifically about the moderation in VR chat itself. So yeah, you can just call any name you want, like nerd emoji, just because of the sound of your voice. You can harass anyone in the game. No consequences done to your account. As well as it being a self-moderated system, so you can get harassed and nobody is going to, stick up for you. Nobody will. I'm actually starting to lose faith in humanity. I've been harassed personally. It's not great. So I guess just block them or use the mute function. But yeah, it's not great. I do not like self-moderation. Self-moderation is not the way to go. I do like the idea that they finally gave us age verification, so you can give them your little ID, scan it, and you're verified. If you're a VRChat Plus subscriber, I think they're going to release it for the general public. I'm not sure how long this has been in testing, but I am been playing this game for quite a while, and I want to see it improve, as well as the safety features. I am tired as heck. But yeah, you may be wondering, well, it's the internet, you can say whatever you want. Just like in the real world, you have consequences. So, yes, moderation sucks, I know. Just utilize the block function and the mute function. When you mute somebody, it also I've used it a lot actually. I have a lot of people blocked. When you mute somebody, it just mutes them. I suggest you just block them so you can't see them. Although it is a flawed system too, because you can make an alternative account or an alt account, and it doesn't block IP addresses. So an alt account is going to use the same IP address, so I guess have something known as an IP block to your system. So they should introduce IPs as well. So the moment you use an alt account, you will be blocked, because, well, when you block somebody, it gets their IP address, right? It gets their IP address blocked too. So tie it to an IP address and then block them. Boom, they're blocked. So you blocked them on their main, but it also blocks all alternate accounts. Now you may be figuring out that you can get around this using a proxy or a VPN. Well, then use a VPN detector. So even if you use a VPN or a proxy, you can also detect the VPN, and if it's using a changed IP address that's not your actual IP address, you will still be blocked by that user. Blocking should be just as powerful as that. You get blocked on your main, you also get blocked IP blocked on an alt account. and this will be IP blocking. This will all be in the block button function. This should all be part of the block button function that they have in the game. So you can block someone in game, but it doesn't block alternative accounts. To solve your alternative block problem, you have it also tied to IP addresses and have VPN detection. If it detects a VPN, it will keep you blocked from that particular user still. Anyway, moderation sucks. Self-moderation sucks. How are you supposed to self-moderate? Well, when one person gets blocked. Yes, one person can block. Sorry. How are you supposed to self-moderate when one person gets harassed but the others don't want to do anything about it? I don't know. But vrchat says, oh yeah, if you get harassed or somebody breaks all the rules, then it should be up to the user to tell the offending user to stop doing that. But that's not how the real world works now, is it? I wish users were like that. I wish users would just stop the offending user and then report them. But that's not how the real world works now, is it? Anyway, that's vrchat's moderation in a nutshell and blocking in a nutshell. If you make an alternate account, you will not be blocked on an alt account. Simple as that. Anyway, please add IP blocking as a function to your already existing blocking, as well as VPN detection. And make your moderation better by actually monitoring your game, right? Why don't you actually monitor your game? And why don't you actually take reports seriously by actually looking into user reports? Not just by vote reporting. No. Why don't you actually look at the report the moment somebody does one report? Why do I have to mass report one particular user? Or why do I have to mass report multiple users? In order for a mass report to work, guess what? Self-moderation is your mass reporting system. So self-moderation is if one user is breaking the rules, then all the other users have to vote to ban that vote to report that particular user. Well, guess what? That's not how the real world works. So, not every single user is going to report that one user. Okay then, vrchat. Have an exception to the rules. If one person gets reported, then you decide if they need to get banned or not. Look at the logs. Look at the videos. If we give you a video and we report you once, we expect you to decide, hey, should we keep this user on or should we not? If self-moderation doesn't work, you should know that you should have this embedded in your brain, staff members. If self-moderation doesn't work and only one person reports, then you guys decide. It's your platform. You decide whether or not to stay on the platform if self-moderation doesn't work. And self-moderation works is when multiple users self-report. But if only one user self-reports, then you still have to look at the report and you decide when you have to ban the user or not. You guys make a decision based on one report. You guys obviously don't do what you're doing now is you guys decide to ban them when there's multiple reports. Make a decision. You also have to ban them when there's one report. That would be your exceptional rule. So add that to your exceptional rules for your staff. If self-moderation doesn't work, we'll decide whether or not this user can stay on the platform, regardless on if it's a mass reporting. If it's not a mass reporting and only one, then we will ban them. Simple as that. Or we'll keep them on the platform. Dastar131 signing off.